Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to a Smite Conquest ranked game. So I've been playing a couple of ranked matches this day. I think I've had 4 of them. And I feel like this one is the best one to show off. I've had one with Poseidon in middle lane. I already posted one with Poseidon in the middle. And it went pretty easily because I was against the thought that it was a good idea to start with Sprint instead of Aegis against the Poseidon. So I guess you can imagine why that went wrong and not really in his favor. Another one was where I was Izanami in my dual lane and I had a Cabrakan that was literally AFK in the lane. I mean, he didn't clear and he attacked when our wave was completely gone, which is definitely not the time you want to go for such an engagement. And it was the one before this, so I had just some bad experience with the support. But we'll have to see if this Athena can play better than the Cabrakan I had. The fact that you picked Athena is probably already better than Cabrakan when it comes to supporting, but we'll have to see. So yeah, I picked Apollo. I think I was the 4th to pick, if I'm not mistaken, or the 3rd. I at least wasn't the one that was banning. I've had one of those matches as well, and that was actually the one before this. And that's interesting because I'm still qualifying, so that means that every single one of my teammates had to be qualifying as well. That also is the reason why the Cabrakan wasn't as good. So I can't blame him too much for it since he's still qualifying, but it was quite frustrating. I honestly think we can get this. We have a lot of damage at the moment. Just need to make sure that I timed correctly. Yes, got that one with the basic. I would grab my 2 just to provide some peel for Athena. She is quite low. We are level 2 though, so that will help out. I don't have my dash now, but I feel like I don't really need it too much. We are having pressure. This Athena is definitely familiar with the support role. Trying to block some of the basic attacks from the Ram, although when he uses his arrow I can't block it. Let's see if we can just deal some damage to the opponents. Wanted to finish off the Archer minion, but Sylvanas was in the way. I do have a good amount of regen. I mean, I have Deathstall, I have Lifesteal because I'm going into the Devour's Gauntlets. The amount of Lifesteal you get from it is just very good. And I get 7% just from the get-go, so that's the 3 HP you see every time I hit a minion. The 8 is from the Deathstall. The Deathstall is a lot better when it comes to sustain. Still don't have my dash. It's not something that I recommend. You're better off going for your 1, then your 3, and then another point into your 1 for the additional clear. Did good work on the Sylvanas, again hitting all of them and the minions with my 1. But just trading, making sure that they take as much damage as our Athena is taking or as I'm taking. And that way we are able to just pressure them out again. Nice taunt, gets them both. Only able to hit the Rama, the Sylvanas is a little bit out of range. Let's just use the Mess here to mess them both and give me a little bit of protection against the enemy Ram. And I should be fine. I don't have any potions left, so I do need to be a little bit careful. Make sure that we do not get ganked by the enemy jungler, which is the Thor. He doesn't have his ultimate yet though, so I don't expect him to be here yet, but you never know. It's always something that can happen. I need 1450 to finish off the Devours. Let's just pull them a little bit together so we get experience from both. And let Athena have this buff. The purple buff provides you with penetration. It's one that's only in Conquest. Why are they I mean, I understand why they want to go for the Ram. But why not commit on the Sylvanas? I think we can get him a lot easier. Since he is also quite immobile, doesn't have an escape. I think we could have got him hit already. Ooh, nice blink in. Or teleport in by our own bots. Very, very well done. Able to grab them both with that overhand smash. Nice. Rama doesn't have the luxury to have a mass ability at close range. Otherwise, he would have survived. I kind of want to stay, but I also know it's a dumb idea. So I'll just clear these Archer minions and I'll just back. It's not a good thing for me to back here. That freeze frame was, by the way, alt-tabbing. I have a weird glitch in my graphics card that gives those alt blocks on the right and the lower side. But that's fine though. But I honestly wanted to stay a little bit to try and get the Vows online, but if the Rom comes back, he can just kill me once he gets his ultimate, as well as I don't have a lot of sustain, even though I do have Death Stall. And it's just a little bit too risky. Thor can come over, just hit the wall and a double tap, and I'm pretty much dead. So too much of a risk. I do have my purification beads, but not something that I want to risk. Let's just use the dash here to clear that quickly. So they do have a decent team. Not sure about the Hell. I don't know how well she's performing, but they definitely have a good team. They have the Bellona in the solo, which is a pretty good solo laner. He's against the Hercules. I feel like when it comes to clear, kind of depends on how they use their abilities. If, for instance, ooh, I missed that one. But if the Hercules can stop the bludgeon from Bellona from hitting the archers or just the front melees, then it will. Ooh, looks like Hell has arrived here as well. And Thor's in the air using purification beads a little bit late. Dashing away. Oh, he got my dash. That sucks. Can I run away? Should have used my potion way earlier. Thor also had his speed buff. He would have gotten me anyway, but if I was a little bit quicker on that one, I think I could have survived that. If I purified immediately and dashed away, and then massed him after he used his hammer to get to me, I think I would have been off a lot better. But I don't know. It was just a little bit unfortunate. Our Athena tried to get out as well by going for the ultimate on a teammate. Wasn't able to get it off in time. They were able to burst her before she was able to get out. And it also didn't buy enough time for me to get out because I don't have boots yet. It is a choice. You can go for the boots immediately if you feel like you need it. Against their team, it's actually not that bad. But getting those stacks online, especially with the Vows, is just very important. There are more builds you can go for though. You can also go for Power Boots into Ikeval, into Asi, into Kins. And after that, probably Titan's Bane, because Apollo has a good amount of additional attack speed with his passive. Let's see if the buffs are up. It doesn't look like they're up. Let's just ward. That's something that I honestly, the first game I played, I literally placed one ward or something like that. It was just, I didn't feel like it was necessary. It was a Vamana solo match, and I was against an Osiris, but we had a very good Thantho, so he was able to pressure out the Osiris a lot, and then I was just ahead for the rest of the game, and he couldn't really do anything. It was a fun one though. I hadn't played Vamana in a long time. But it was a bit of a stomp because our Thanatos got fed very, very early, able to pressure out every single lane by just coming over and hitting a death side or something like that. It looks like I'm able to outbox him, hitting more basics than him, and also can clear quite easily. He tries to pressure me a little bit, but I outtraded him, got all the stacks from the minions, which is also great. Looks like. Actually, you can't ping, that's unfortunate. Not sure why the Umbots went this way though. Oh, it looks like he's out of mana. He doesn't really want to gank. I think he just wants to grab some experience. But that's fine though. I'm just going to grab these stacks because the Devour stacks are actually very important. They might rotate. I saw someone on the map, and I don't really want to fight if the Umbots doesn't have any mana left. Honestly, I want to back. I can go for another wave though. Thor is on the Gold Fury side. Actually, that's a very good ward. Or actually, we got the Oracles. The Oracles are the new minions that are spawned next to the Gold Fury. And if you kill both of them, you get a ward at the Gold Fury. And that's actually a very good ward against Thor. Actually, Thor looks like he's in the air. Or at least expect him to be in the air. And it looks like he is. He landed down behind me. And that's going to be his ultimate. Basically for free. He missed me. He didn't deal any damage to me. And they are in the jungle. Looks like Thor is behind them. I'm going to rotate, trying to help them out. I don't have my boots yet. Nice. Well, nice pickup by my team. Very well done. I'm just going to grab this wave and I should be good to go. My team is ahead by a good amount. We are 3k ahead in gold, more or less. But more importantly, the experience. Our mid lane is doing a lot, or is just ahead a good amount. It's level 11 compared to the level 9 Hell, so definitely not bad at all. Not gonna complain about that one. Our support's also 2 levels ahead, which is great. And I'm a level ahead of the Rama as well. And that's just because of that one gank the Humbots did when he got both of them. That brought them down a good amount, both of them. My team, wow, they are destroying on the left side. Humbots very low on HP, is able to survive. As you can see, his HP is just almost non-existent. Not sure how he survived that, but okay. I think I'm just going to max out my 2 first, since the Thor might be an issue and it gives me a good amount of additional protections and a longer mass duration. You can also go for the ultimate. I feel like going for the ultimate can definitely help you out, but I also feel like getting that mass is a little bit more important, especially if you also have a jungler that is physical. Jungler that's very likely to attack you. I mean, it's a Thor. He can just come out of the sky. He tried it twice. Once he got me, and once he didn't. Athena isn't around, so I'm just going to grab this buff. The red buff I gave to the Nox. She's been fighting a lot more than I am, so I don't really need it. Looks like the enemy Rama does have the red buff, but no reason for me to fight him. I'm still kind of farming up, and that's something that you want to do if you're a hunter. Try to rotate whenever you, well, not whenever you can, but whenever it's really necessary. And try to farm up as much as possible. Make sure that you have a lot of golds and a lot of items, so you can come online big in the late game. Looks like they are in the middle lane, so I can just try and pressure out the Rom if I can actually hit a basic attack. I am definitely very good at this game. Missing every single basic. Kinda annoying. Finally hitting some basics. Looks like we are going to be even with that trade, but I will be able to lifesteal up a good amount. He will be as well. Depends on if he uses arrows or not. Let's just pressure him. I can ult. That's something that I can do, but I don't know where the Thor is, so he might come for the dunk. If Thor goes for the dunk, then I have an issue. Looks like on the middle lane. Oh, that's actually the Thor, so I probably could have done it. I could have ulted the Rom. I think he would have died because he used his dash. But also don't have any points into my ultimate, so I'm not sure if it would have done enough damage. To be fair, I got the tower, so I guess that's completely fine. I can just rotate to the mid lane now. Or, you know what, I'm just going to grab this buff. This is my buff now. My buff. That's also giving me more gold, more experience. Will help me out. Let's see if we can rotate for the blow now. Looks like she will fall down. Let's just go on the Sylvanas. He's level 7, only level 7. Let's just mess him. Give my team some time to rotate as well. And looks like with that pull, that is just guaranteed death. And I actually get the kill credit for that one. So that will help me out. But yeah, Sylvanas should have not ran up. I don't know if he knew that I was ulting. Probably not, otherwise I think he would have ran. But let's see if we can go for the Thor. He might hammer. Let's just mass here. He actually tried to hammer. He made the sound. I'm not even sure if he could have gotten his hammer far enough to go over that wall. But with mass, I kind of denied that option altogether. And we are able to pick that one and the Gold Fury. Basically for free, nobody really to contest. The only real threat there was the Rama going for an ultimate. Trying to finish off the Gold Fury with snipes. Not sure if he had it up. But it doesn't really matter. Get a couple of last hits. You always want to try and last hit the minion. Basically meaning that you finish off the minion with your damage. Instead of your minions finishing off the minions. That way you'll get, I think it's 50% additional gold. So that's a lot of gold when it comes to an entire game. Yeah, you want to fight me? Come fight me. I am missing all my basics. I am the best. That's fine though. They might rotate. No, never mind. Thor is in the middle lane as well as Hell, so I'm completely fine. I'll just go for the purple buff on this side. Actually, let's grab the red buff since Nox is pretty preoccupied. Looks like Umbots wants to engage on the Ram. Not sure why. The enemies might rotate from the middle lane. Let's just see if we can... Oh, that's Sylvanas. He is going to die. I was not on the same page with the Umbots. I wanted to go for our buffs because there wasn't really anything to steal from the opponents. And he wanted to go for the kill on the Ram. I don't know, I wasn't on the same page with him. Not sure why. I don't feel like it's always the best thing to go for that forced engagement. I don't think... We couldn't really have gotten anything out of it, to be honest. Even if we got him, the Sylvanas could have defended the tower, or at least tried to. Don't think we could have gotten the tower. Also was quite low on the mana. So yeah, I didn't really want to engage on that one. But that's fine. Let's just grab Executioner. That will help out if they pick up defenses. I think a couple of them already have physical defense. And that's just also very good for objectives like Gold Fury, Fire Giant and the Portal Demon. Portal Demon is also a new addition in this season. I don't know if I mentioned it already. But if you look on the map, the left side, you see two red bells. I think it's bells. Kind of looks like bells, doesn't it? Anyway, the right one is the Portal Demon. And that one provides you a portal for 1 minute, I think. It's not an insane long duration if you think of it, because you won't back that much. But it does allow you to get back to the fight very, very quickly. After you have... well, finished it, you can go back, take the portal, go for the Fire Giant immediately. And that's something that makes it very powerful. Using my 2 for the defense. It doesn't provide as much. They nerfed the defenses he got from it. I think it's now a maximum of 30. Actually, they're still fighting on the left side. I can rotate, try to help them out. That was something I was thinking about, but I can just grab this Phoenix if they aren't stopping me. It looks like nobody is around. And I think that's actually going to be it. There is a Thor behind me. There's a Rom in front of me. I just want to get that Phoenix. I think that's a little bit more important. Looks like Athena ults. She didn't taunt the Thor though, so was able to get away because I missed a couple of my basics. Let's see if we can just outpressure the Rom a little bit. Make him lower HP with my passive up. Let's see if we can get him. He's still trying to fight me. That's a bad choice, buddy. Let's just get out. I cannot run away from a Thor, so I just went for the ultimate. If the double tap would have connected, I don't think I would have died, so that's why I went for it immediately. Using it as an escape. I kind of wanted to go for the buffs, but I am positive that's a bad choice, because he can just ult me and catch up to me just by walking. So that's why I went for the oracles instead. Getting a little bit gold, getting a good amount of lifesteal, and it looks like Nox doesn't want the buff anymore. So I'll just grab it. Have that additional damage. We can go for a lot of things at the moment. I can push the right side, get the tower. I do have a lot of gold. Looks like they're fighting Thors in the air. Let's just rotate, try to help my team out. It's not the best thing with the amount of gold I have. But since they are fighting, I don't want to leave them to their, well, to their destiny, faith? I don't know. To their own. Let's just go for the Portal Demon. I think I can solo this pretty easily. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage. And I also have life steal. I also have my mass for additional protections if I need to. Yeah, this is basically for free. If they aren't contesting this, we get that portal for free. I can just go back to the base. I do want to attack the Fire Giant, but I can just go back to the base, get that Wind Demon on the line, have some crit chance. Oh, she's not. I wanted to say I'll be right back. I mean, we did do the Portal Demon, so that allows you to rotate very, very quickly. Let's see if we can help secure this kill on the Sylvanas. Or get the last hit, or whatever you want to call it. Nice try by the Nox, going for the ultimate. For a lot of the... Wow! Look at the damage on that Hell. She's getting destroyed. Nice, able to hit with my one. 300 damage on the Hell. I'm not sure what she's building, but if you're playing Hell, you definitely need some form of self-peel in defense or just straight up health. Otherwise, you will have an issue. You won't be able to do as much. Not doing a lot of damage to the Phoenix, that's because there aren't any minions around. Let's just see if we can go for the Phoenix now. Taunt by the Athena, let's just go for the damage. I actually wanted to mess her in the Nox silence, but it wasn't necessary, she hit the root. Actually Hercules is tanking. I stopped attacking because I didn't want to hit the Sylvanas to get the Phoenix aggro. But Hercules was already going for that. Let's go for the mass. Actually, that Sanctuary was just not, or was just too early. He used the Sanctuary as I massed him, so he was still massed. And he got silenced by the Nox afterwards. Just straight up destruction. Let's go for the right side, Phoenix. Oh, never mind. They are going to surrender, so that's going to be it. It is Actually, this one is more one-sided than I thought. You know what? I'll post the Vamana one as well. Because I did 4 matches. One was solo Vamana. I hadn't played some Vamana in a long time, so I think that one is actually a good one to post as well. If I still have it laying around, not sure. I had some issues with recording, but this was a little bit too one-sided. That's why I gave it 2 points. This wasn't fair at all. I feel like it was way too one-sided. Hell is not a good mid lane. Well, Hell can definitely be a good mid lane guard, but I do not think you can. Well, okay, she's not a good mid lane guard because she's very squishy and susceptible to ganks. And she went for meditation first, then she's definitely not a good mid laner. We have an Humbat as a jungler. We have an Athena, and we have a Nox in the middle lane. There's literally no reason at all why you shouldn't go for purification beads as Hell in this situation. It is definitely the most important relic you should get against our team. Even against me. I have a mess that can last for a very long time. If you have purification beads, you can deny that. We also have Hercules, and that's also not something you want to get pulled by. So you definitely need purification beads in this situation. If you have Sands of Time, I feel like you have enough mana regen to keep yourself at the decent mana level as Hell. As long as you don't spam all your abilities all the time. And that way, you'll have that relic slot for your purification beads. I mean, Humbat just ults once, and she's pretty much dead. Athena, if she has maxed taunt at the beginning, she can just taunt and she's dead. If she gets comboed by Nox and there's someone else, she's dead. Or late game, she's just straight up dead because Nox will deal so much damage. It's a bad choice. It's a bad choice. Also, the Book of Thoth, I'm not a huge fan. I can understand why she gets it for the mana. It's pretty good for the mana. But if you get focused, if you're already down, or if you're just a Hell in general, getting more protections is probably a lot better. Or more cooldown reduction. Breastplate would have been a good option here because Humbat is in the jungle, Hercules is in the solo, and I'm the ADC, also physical. So that way she will have some denies of that damage, and she has full cooldown reduction with those 3 items. The first 3 items if you went for Breastplate. So many things you could have done. I don't know. I do like the Sylvanas build. It's quite tanky. That allows him to go for what's it called? I always forget the name. Gives you protections on healing. That's actually a pretty good item for Sylvanas. Especially since his wisps already grant protections. So you get a lot of protections if you get healed by Sylvanas. And that's very good in a team fight. Bellona, I don't like the shifters. I think she should have gone for Breastplate. She's against the Hercules. And Humbat as the jungler. So 2 physicals. Going for a Breastplate, or for that matter, you can also go for Height of the Nemean. It's a little bit cheaper, but it's just better. It's more protections. I think that would have done her way better. The Thor was actually pretty good. Had a nice ultimate on me and was able to follow up. Waited for the purification beads to wear off when he went for the stun. I like his build. You would have gone for the Heartseeker as his final, or well, his 5th item in this particular case. That's actually a very good item. It gives you a lot of additional burst damage as Thor, especially if it's unexpected. But all in all, I feel like they just fell behind a little bit too much. Hell in the middle lane doesn't really have any pressure. We had a lot of CCs. I think we just outdrafted them and in the end outplayed them with our everything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have a request, please let me know down in the comments. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.